Wait for it.
Yeah, exactly.
7:12. Well, a little behind, little late.
I know. I know.
Thank you.
Careful now.
Hang on.
Well, you don't have much longer to go.
Well, wait, what do you
Well, you
mean?
can use a couple months, all right.
You don't have much longer to go, that's
Yeah,
really
like,
ominous.
I'm not sure if you're talking distance or time.
All kind of both. I don't want to be picking you up off the floor, Paul.
Don't run away at the meeting unless you're in a hurry.
Oh, I was at Milton last Friday, I was at Jefferson this Friday.
Hey, Paul. So your foot's asleep?
It was dead. I stepped on it and I was all over.
Thank you.
We all laughed, you all did, so.
It's not my foot under my. Is on plan on 15 minutes.
Okay, I just saw this.
Oh, not my fault.
That's why I had a question.
It went over. Tell the guy. Move your foot. Yes. Oh, he must not be old. Everybody was laughing.
Yeah.
If you're old, they'd be helping you out. Why do you have to have the grades?
He did say that. Then,
Okay, Michelle's remote, so I cut my fingers.
all the time. That's good.
Force said.
Did not Seems to do the same thing in the court. Train 24/7.
Call to order the regular common council meeting, Monday, January 6th at 7:14 PM. Roll call.
Preble,
Here.
Crisanti,
Here.
Candy Davis.
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes.
Burdick.
Here. Stand with pledge of allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States.
Of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
No adjustment.
Meeting notice.
Meeting notice was posted on Friday, January 3rd at the library, the post office, the city hall, and the website.
Thank you. Also acceptance of agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second. Motion and a second to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Preble,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis.
Yes.
Burdick.
Yes.
Crisanti.
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is personal appearances. Mr. Spooner would like to speak. If there is.
Yes, I will. Saturday, I lost a loved one. That was my dog. This is what she was wearing. Broad daylight. Woman comes down the dog park. Clipping. That means going very fast. You know what? After she dragged my dog 15 feet, she stopped.
Mm, mm, mm.
You know what she told me when she got out of the car? I didn't see no stop sign. There's been a stop sign there forever. I've been here since 2008. And every 3 or 4 years, the dog park flares up. Why? Why did this happen? Because of neglect, ignorance of the law, ignorance of people. They don't care. I called 5-0. What do I get? No compassion. Nothing. Just heartache and pain. And my wife wrote a letter. Mr. Lund has it. This is the second dog I've lost in 3 years. Sonny was a dachshund, 18 years old. Got mauled in my front yard by an Akita. Dog outweighed her by 60 pounds. Didn't have a chance. What am I supposed to do? Buy a gun and start shooting dogs? I don't believe in guns, but guns don't kill people. People kill people. And I'm really getting tired. I can't take the pain no more. I'm an ex-jarhead, 8 years honorably. I took an oath to defend this country and its people. And I think the people are letting me down. I've talked to the pastors. I'm losing my faith. But this Torah, man, you know what to do. If you get deer crossing signs, you can get dog crossing signs at the dog park. Put up a speed limit. You do it when kids are in school, 15 miles per hour. At a dog park, what do dogs do? They run in packs. They want to be friends. They want to sniff blood. When people come to the park, they bring a bad dog, and it ruins everything. And I'm really getting tired. If you read the letter, Mr. Lund, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And congratulations, Zach, on your promotion. And Mr. Preble, thank you, because I used to listen to you on the radio, 94.1, roadkill traffic. When I worked in Madison, you were always correct.
Before I read this, I did talk to Zach earlier, and we'll put the speed limit signs up. It's something that we have in stock, if there isn't any up there now.
You need one out here too on Fulton.
That's another one we'll bring to public safety someday and see about dropping that speed limit, or public works, whichever one wants to handle that, but.
If you can't afford it, we can afford it.
We've got.
Because you know what, we got 300 hits on our Facebook page from people. I made a lot of friends at the dog park. We got 300 hits. We got a GoFundMe page of over $1,400. My best friend, Ivan, lives on Weston Street. He's a Golden Glove fighter. I've been to his matches, I sparred with him. He just gave us 300 cash, came over the house, because he's heard my voice crackling. He knew I'm in pain. And I gave it back to him. I said, I appreciate it, Ivan. But you know, you're my amigo. And give it to your mom and pop. They need it more than I do.
Yeah, I'll read this then, if that's okay. And this has been traumatic. Ladybug was the sunshine of my life. She could always make me smile. That light has been extinguished. I have struggled to get out of bed, needed to go to the doctor for help to sleep, eat, and function. This has shattered me. She was my baby. Why no stop sign? Why no speed limit? Why no fence? These would have saved my Ladybug. We can't address any of these tonight because it's not an agenda item, but we will forward this to the Public Works Committee for.
Zach's met my dog. Zach, he had Zebo and Tebow. Izzy and Tebow, Zebo. We used to walk the park early in the morning. And the dogs would play with each other. Now you got people coming to the park, they're training their dog. Can you take your dog somewhere else? I want to train my dog. This is open to the public.
That may be something that Public Works has to look into.
And those skid marks out there that you see, they're not from aliens or spaceships. Those are kids doing shit like that. Doing burnouts, man. And you go out there, you got people doing drugs, fornicating, throwing used prophylactics out the window. Well, that's something to see. No one patrols out there. And I can tell you right now, between 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, where the police are. every morning. Yep, they're either by Cafe Maine or down the road sitting by last night. They should be patrolling, find the person who cut those guys' tires. And there's a lot of speeders in this town, a lot. And I've only seen the red lights 2 or 3 times a month.
Police justice, they can't be everywhere, and
I know, but you know,
this is getting,
I can't be making the phone call all the time either. When I see speed racers going down 51, clipping at 80 miles per hour.
Mr. Schoonover, feel for your loss. I'm sorry for you.
I met you, Mr. Burdick, yep.
Yeah, we talked.
You live on Cherry.
Chris is gonna bring this up, Public Works or Public Safety are both my committees, so Chris is gonna pass this information on.
I mean,
And
you
we'll deal with
know,
it from here, so appreciate you bringing it to our attention.
every 3 or 4 years, that dog park flares up. It gets out of hand. Every 3 or 4 years. And it's terrible.
we can't discuss it, but, it's a possibility it shouldn't be there anymore, because we had the other one out here, and that was,
I'm not going to the parks no more. Because I have my own issues, I have medical issues. I have bile duct disease, which killed Walter Payton. I got cancerous growth between my pancreas and liver. My morality is at stake, I served at Camp Lejeune, but I do it all over again. So I got what, 3 years left? I'm serious, man, I just don't care hardly no more. I ain't gonna take God's gift. But I tell you what, if someone gets in my face and gets smart, you know, tell me where to go, I'll send them where they gotta go. I'm sorry, that's the way I feel, and I don't mean no harm to anybody, but on Christmas Day, I was walking my dogs out there and here comes a Audi SUV down the road, doing a burnout at the dog park. And I said, slow down, he went, bro, you hit the window, he went, pow, like that. Like he had a gun. So that's kind of people that hang out here, man. You know, I don't know where he came from, maybe visiting or whatever, but he had no right doing that.
well, I'm sorry, Roger, we will, the other committees look at it, and chief will step up the patrols out there, so. I know they're out there, I see them because I'm out there quite often myself.
Yeah, but I know. But when I first moved here, you know, my first experience with the Edgerton Police Department was, I had a 9mm stuck in my face by Edgerton Police Department. Because the conservation park got broken into, burglarized. And the dog park used to be out there. And I worked in Madison at Oscar Mayer. Tough job. Cop come flying up out of nowhere, man. And I had my chocolate lab at the time. He's hit me with a spotlight, told me to put my hands up, drop down on the knees, cross my knees and get like this here. Okay, I'll do that. And he handcuffed me and he goes, what's your business here? I said, I live at 804 North Main. And when you pull out, when you move from some area, your old license plates, they get a blue piece of, you get a blue sticker that goes on the back of your new license, has all the information. He didn't believe me. He goes, you live at 1108 Fifth Street, boy, what's your business up here? And I said, turn the license over, Dick Tracy. Then they got settled. I mean, I used to date a girl up here a long time ago. I met you at IKI. You were running line 1. You were maintenance. and you had a hard time putting the date on the cans, and you were throwing a fit. You were throwing the cans out the window, lickety split,
Out of the window.
out the window, you had like 4 or 5
Okay,
trash
we're
cans.
way off topic now.
Yeah.
You had like 4 or 5 trash cans full of cans, man, but that was good times.
Well, at least you're leaving with a smile.
Yeah, but see,
I don't know.
there you want to see her?
You got it.
Sorry for your loss.
Sorry for your loss.
Hey, congratulations. I was happy to see you got a job, okay?
Thanks.
We need new faces, new ideas. You know, look at my dog, man. Vicious killer, huh? As big as that.
Okay, let's move on to the minutes from December 16th.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion to second to approve the December 16 minutes. Any corrections or additions? Hearing none, roll call.
Preble,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes,
Chrisanti,
yes,
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Motion passes. Next item is committee reports, finance, Tim.
Finance met earlier this evening. We made for the change order, we had made a motion to table change order number 2 for BKS excavating.
Number 3.
Number 3, sorry, number 3 for BKS excavating. So I will make a motion to table the change order number 3 for BKS excavating, until we're able to talk to our engineer. I'll second.
Quick question on tabling, does you have a specific date that has to be tabled to?
Depends on how it's framed. No, you can table to an indefinite time,
Which can't discuss it,
you
so.
can't discuss it.
Motion to second to table the change order number 3, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
yes,
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
We also made a motion to table the final pay request for BKS excavating. I'll second it.
Motion to second to table the final pay request. Roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
yes,
Andy Davis,
Yeah.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
I'll make a motion to approve bills and payroll in the amount of $663,997.03, less that pay request for BKS excavating.
I'll second.
I have that number for you. It's $600,559.55 is the total that been done has. Any questions on the bills? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
yes,
Preble,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve home hab in the amount of $10,000 for the sensory room at the library.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the bid for the Century Room. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
yes,
Preble,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve the change order from Arch Solar for the EV charger installation at police station.
I'll second. Motion is second to approve the change order from Arch Solar. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
yes,
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passes.
Make a motion to approve Class B beer license for Foundation Athletics agent James Fox.
I'll second. Motion second to approve the Class B beer license. Any discussion? None, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Preble,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
yes,
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
yes,
Motion passed.
And then make a motion to approve temporary Class B beer license for Chamber of Commerce.
I'll second. Motion is second to approve Class B, temporary Class B license. Any discussion? What was the date on that? No.
On the second page.
Dusty's got terrible handwriting.
On the back, yeah, back
There it
side of
is.
the first, I'm sorry, I should say page 2.
Time, February 1st, 7 PM to 11 PM.
Thank you. Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Kribel,
Yes.
Chrisanti,
Yes.
Andy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yeah.
Burdick,
Yes,
Motion passes.
That's everything for finance.
Thank you. Fire district.
Fire district, regular monthly board meeting has been moved to January 23rd this month. And chief is here. I haven't had a chance to look at these numbers. I'm sure we'll go through them. It sounds like we've had a stellar year as far as number of calls, like.
It's been busy. The December report is obviously usually the most valuable because it gives you a look at the entire year. 11.9% overall increase in 911 activity. And it's pretty well distributed between EMS, crash, fire. There wasn't anything that stood out there per se. The simultaneous incidents, which has been the thing that's been kind of the crux of our challenge over the last couple of years, continues to increase. We were 18.7% over the previous year, and if you look at it at 203, it's about one less than every other day, right? It's about every day and a half. We're dealing with multiple incidents going on. The good news is we're doing extremely well dealing with it. From a response time standpoint, that'll come up here in a couple of seconds. Staffing is staying strong. And with the additional enhancements for 2025, we're actually in the process of looking at how we start to build a recruitment list for those positions. Finances on the backside actually ended the year better than what we were projecting, which is a good thing. And the overage was dealt with out of district funds. So nothing that comes back to the municipalities there. You can kind of see the crux of things that were going on during the month. We did do a couple of tabletop exercises with our chemical partners over in Milton Ebonics. Really, really good training there. A lot of miscellaneous, a lot of certifications. Again, people going through classes during the course of the year. And I just realized I got to add Connor and Ashton's last name on there for the final, once I get there. The engine that was struck out on the interstate is currently being evaluated by the insurance company. That's a polite way of saying it may be totaled. So we're waiting to see what their evaluation on that engine is. The challenge we'll face with that right now, if you talk to the industry partners, ordering a new engine is 3 years for delivery. So we're gonna have to be looking pretty close at what we want to do with that. So the last page is just to kind of give you a visual overview of kind of the high level. Each of our municipalities from a call volume standpoint, Edgerton does continue to peak just slightly above Milton, but obviously City of Milton, City of Edgerton, about 600 plus calls each. And then the response times for each of the municipalities. And if you know, again, you guys know geographically the area we cover, so those response times look pretty consistent with what you'd expect. Again, Edgerton continues to be the gold star. I've said, you know, Chris and John Sherman and everybody involved, when you cited that station, what, Chris, 32 years ago? You pretty much nailed it. I mean, that is a perfect location to provide the best level of coverage we can provide, you know, for the city. does pretty well. 98% of all the calls in the city of Edgerton are within 5 minutes. So can't ask for anything better than that. You look at the breakout between EMS, fire, and crashes, about 72% is EMS related. And obviously, when you saw on the earlier page, that's the number that keeps growing pretty significantly. And then just kind of for point of reference, time of day and day of week, I don't think anything there looks terribly surprising. Maybe the quantity of calls in the middle of the night. We do get quite a few, as obviously as law enforcement would attest. That's pretty normal. And again, day of the week, pretty average, across every day of the week. So that's kind of a look at the year.
Awesome. That's all I have. We have unless you have questions.
Thank you.
And I apologize, I've got another meeting down in Jamesville. I do want to compliment Ramona one more time. As many of you know, there was some really heavy lifting and obviously Bill involved too with Department of Revenue near the end of the year. And Ramona was invaluable in helping us kind of work through those. So I appreciate it.
Thanks, Pete.
Okay, next item is personnel.
Personnel met this evening. Took care of a couple of things. The first one is we discussed the aquatic co-director's position, which is something new. Because the individual that we were hoping last year that was gonna take Ann's spot, Ann Golke's spot, won't be taking that after all. So we have Mackenzie, I wanna say Phillips, I'm sorry. Patterson? I'm sorry. You'll find I do that a lot. That's here, this is Mackenzie, that has, agreed and is anxious to take on a co-director for the aquatic center. And Ann being a co-director, so we'll have two of them. So Ann can kind of show her the ropes and the two of them work to Mackenzie being able to eventually take over Ann's position full time.
I don't remember her saying she was anxious to take.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, the personnel committee, has agreed, and I'd like to make a motion to approve where we created aquatic co-director positions as written.
Okay, so that's not on the agenda as a
No.
motion, so you don't need.
Oh, I thought we don't have to do that. We just did it at personnel level.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it here.
Correct, it's really rolled into the salary resolution because the appointment of
Thank
part-time
you.
employees are not covered at even the personnel committee.
Okay.
We wanted you to be in that, so really your salary resolution includes much of the backstory you just gave regarding
Thank you.
co-directors, as well as the issue of the cap.
Okay, good. There you go. And so, the issue of the cap, I'll let you know what that's all about, is where we decided to increase all seasonal return wages. And this includes the pool, it includes DPW, it includes the library. From what I understand, any seasonal return to wages from 25 cents an hour to 50 cents an hour. And increase the cap, the wage cap to $16.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I said, no, that wasn't right. Good. Because I gotta read my own notes here, and that's tough.
That was
So a motion to approve the city of Edgerton resolution 01-25 is 2025 salary resolution.
Second.
Good, don't ask me to repeat it. Yes.
The 50-cent increase per year was 25 now.
Per
by this
hour.
motion, correct, yeah, per hour per
Yeah.
year. Does that apply to crossing guards or not?
No, I'm not including that.
Okay.
Because I should not be doing that.
Yes, just wanna make sure we're clear.
So
That is still like 25
Thank
cents.
you.
It's on your resolution.
I'm not saying it should or shouldn't, because I'm not necessarily
Yes.
me, but there are others, but that's not part of this. Thank you.
Okay, any other discussion?
No.
Other discussion? Roll call.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Grisanti,
Yes.
Kribel,
Yes. Motion passes. One quick thing on the athletic director's position, does that include the concession stand out at the racetrack? I know it
Yes.
did, but it's not
Yes.
mentioned in any of the,
Yeah.
any of the motions here tonight, so,
Mhm.
okay, as long as she knows that.
Oh, yeah, come on, you just got her excited. Remember, excited.
too late, you can't take it back.
No
vaccine.
That's it for personnel.
Thank you. Consider mayor committee appointments. Vacancy on the library board, and Beth brought me, probably not, am I gonna pronounce this right? Travis Ball,
Baleen,
believe,
Baleen.
Aline, okay. I knew it's, wouldn't be able to, said I couldn't read part of it, but, like to make that as a nomination to, appoint to the library board.
I'll second.
Go on, make the nomination, you gotta make the,
I'm making the, I'm going to
make the motion.
make the motion, sorry. I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion with a second to approve Travis for the library board. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call.
Shaw,
Yes.
Kribel,
Yes.
Grisanti,
Yes.
Candy Davis,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick,
Yes.
Motion passes. So has that got you full right now, then, or is you?
For
you've
the
had one more?
moment, but Aaron Springstead is considering stepping down from the school district position, but they've already found somebody that, they believe will be taking that position over.
I knew you'd mentioned that to me, and I didn't know if she.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you have, I don't think you turned in the application
No.
yet, but, Alyssa from the school media specialist is the person that they're
All right,
putting forward, so.
thanks for,
Good with me.
thanks for filling that. Mayor, all the persons and staff reports. The only thing I have is Chris Chilson left us, January 1st for retirement.
Yes, he did.
Was it 26 years?
Yes. We have Nick Spang, who will be starting the police academy. He's a homegrown young man. So he starts on January 13th, and so he'll be taking Chris's spot. And he's tall. Taller than me.
totally.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. He played basketball at Edgerton and at Oshkosh. So.
That's all I have. If somebody else has anything.
I wanna, it's not something that we can discuss, but it's something that I noticed that I just want everybody to be aware of. If you look in the back of our packet for the non-union salary and wage range. Municipal judge, who my understanding is it's two nights or a month. Is we've got their salary at $5,411. Our mayor, who spends a whole lot more than just 2 times a month, is less than half of that. That to me is wrong. I don't know that, you can't fix it, but just something I want to bring to everybody's attention.
So you wanna cut the judge?
Oh, wait, right after it, I asked Jenna to nominate Jenna.
Like I said, we can't discuss it, but they gotta go through some training there and deal with some things that, maybe worse than what we have here occasionally.
Just, well, I know we can't, but a quick question. The sworn officers are not here, is that because they're on contract?
Yeah, these are non-reps.
These are all non-reps, okay, reps are, don't, okay. I had someone ask me and I directed them, just look, and it wasn't on here.
Yeah, the management staff of the police is on here because they're non-reps, so the reps have their own contract.
Where would they get the wage for our,
Oh, we have that in the contract. It's a public document, so I
So
can
they
get that.
okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the judge is only for 1 year now, so if somebody wants to pay a raise, they can run for the judging next year. Okay, there's nothing else from anyone, the motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Wait, second it.
Roll call.
Yes.
Chrisanti,
Yes.
Andy Davis.
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Paul Davis,
Yes.
Burdick.
Yes.
We are adjourned.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.